Well, good morning, family. It's Freedom Points Friday. How is everyone doing? I know that everyone has had a great week. We had an incredible PTP last night. Still excited from it. Didn't even think we were going to make it home to get to bed, to get up to be on this call, because it was just that powerful. Well, family, you have dialed into the Team Efforts Lifestyle Call, where you will hear things that will move you from facts to faith to action. This is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell. It is a beautiful day here in the East Coast. Family, the line is open. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Good morning. Oakland, California.
Oakland. Is that Pastor Bennett? Is that Pastor Bennett?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness, sir. How are you?
All is well. Bless everyone.
How's Mom and Dad doing?
They're doing all right. Well, my mom is having another bout with cancer, so pray for her.
Oh, goodness. We most certainly will, Pastor Bennett.
Yeah, she starts radiation treatment on Tuesday.
Okay, well, we'll keep
but
coming
all
up
is
there.
well. Her spirit is still up. She's still taking her sprays.
Good. Thank you, Pastor Bennett, for being here this morning.
Bless you.
Thank you. Family, who is with us this morning?
Jesse Dowson, Pentagon.
Hey, Jess, how's it going, man?
Hey, outstanding, Pastor Denise. What an awesome TTP yesterday with Denise Moore and Sue. What an awesome company.
That was electrifying, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I mean, the room was packed. Denise Moore was on fire. Susan, I'm telling you, boy, we should have had her on the floor more. Didn't know she was going to be
definitely.
such a powerhouse.
Exactly.
Well, thanks, Jess. Who else is with us this morning, family? Keep it coming.
Don Joseph, Emeryville, California.
How's it going in California, Don?
Well, I'll tell you what, this trim is blowing out, and the team is starting to grow.
Oh, they're starting to grow and trim up all at the same time, right, Don?
That's right. Lean, mean, money-making machine.
That trim, that scent is something else. People, they're wanting it, Don. They're wanting it.
They love it. You like it, you love it, and you gotta have it.
You gotta have it.
50 million.
That's right, sir. That's right.
Top of the morning, 2-star. I am still in shock from what we had last night, inside the room and outside the room. Top of the morning, Dr. Denise.
Oh, hi, 2-star executive founding member, DCQ qualified, Maureen Smith. Was that TTP something last night or what?
What a night that was. That was an outstanding Sue and Denise. Oh, my gosh. And to think that Sue and Kara drove all the way from New Jersey to be with us. That should tell you how powerful these sprays are and where we're going with this company. Whoever missed that last night, oh, my gosh, they missed something amazing.
They really did. They really did. They missed the spirit of Team Effort Network. And you're right, for Sue and Karen to drive all the way from New Jersey to be a part of that just speaks volume about Team Effort Network.
And also Gail. Gail drove all the way 3 hours. Denise Moore's sister drove 3 hours all the way to see her sister and to be a part of us. She was amazing as well. That is
she really was.
Yes.
Incredible. Incredible. Yes, who else is with us? Go right here. Give us your name again.
Sandy Goins, Springdale, Maryland, and
nice.
A dynamic tasting party last night. Denise was off the chain.
Yes, she was. And it was a packed house too, right, Sandy?
It was indeed a packed house. I hardly found a space in the corner.
And a lot of smiling faces in the house last night. Huh?
Yes.
Beautiful place to be.
Hi, Team Effort family. This is Deborah Sobers from Bowie. How y'all doing?
Hi, Deborah from Bowie. How are you?
I'm great. I'm here walking.
Good to hear you, Deborah. Good to hear the joy in your voice this morning.
Thank you. I hear you had a great meeting last night. Sorry, I wasn't there.
Oh, I wish I could have just put it all on the tape and sent it to you. It was incredible.
Oh, I wish you could have, too. Y'all got to throw prayers up for me that this job will let me have my Thursdays off.
Well, look, you keep sharing those vitamin sprays, and you'll be able to fire your boss.
Okay. All right.
Gregory Marshall, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Gregory. Hi, Gregory. How's it going, sir?
Fabulous, fabulous. I knew my lady Denise was going to represent Ohio up in Maryland.
Say it again.
I said I knew my lady Denise was going to represent Ohio up in Maryland.
Oh, she represented, man. Did she represent? She came in like a flaming fire, boy. Just burned everything that was in the way.
That would be Denise.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Travel fast, and everyone is so correct. As you can hear, we had a phenomenal TTP last night. Family, you need to have TTPs as often as you can. This is where people get the picture. This is where people catch the vision as to what's happening in Team Effort Network. They get to see the lifestyle that is offered, a lifestyle of fun, of friends and family and financial freedom. And last night was just under one roof, all this love and unity and joy that was shared with Denise Moore coming in from Dayton, Ohio, came in and did a stellar job on sharing the products and just filled the room with such love and passion. And then Sue and Karen drove all the way from New Jersey. You hear me, family? They drove all the way from New Jersey to be at the TTP because they want to blow up New Jersey. So they want to come and see how a TTP is done. They didn't wait for the TTP to come to them. They came to the TTP, and they just brought in such a light to the room, such a joy. Their presence was just so received, and they just Sue got up and shared her testimony and just blew it up. Just beautiful speaker she is. Would love to have her come back and share again at our TTP. And then Denise got shocked and surprised as Denise was sharing her heart, coming and being a help. As she's up doing the TTP, her sister walks in and surprises her. I think her sister came in from Blackstone, Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 hours away. Her sister drives in just to surprise her. Now, you tell me that's not the way family and friends and fun is supposed to happen. That's exactly how it's supposed to happen. Then we had guests in the house. All the guests wanted to be a part of 10. Everyone wanted to sign up. So we branched off. We talked with them. We told them what their investment was. Everybody's on board to be a part. I mean, everyone left smiling, laughing, bright smiles on her face. And we couldn't even really break away from the place. We were outside. We took it from outside, inside the building, to outside on the parking lot. I don't know what time we finally broke away, but as we were outside trying to break away from Denise Moore and her sister Gail, and Maureen was there, and Lewis and Robert Smith. Robert, thank you so very much for going to pick up Denise Moore and bringing her to the TTP. Denise found out at the last minute she needed a ride to the TTP. We called on Robert Smith, executive for 10. He had no problem going to pick her up and ushering her in. That was such a blessing. But at the end of the day, we gathered outside and we looked up at the sky, family, and we saw this beautiful quarter moon and the bright North Star. And it was so captivating. We all took a moment, joined hands, looked up, and said a beautiful prayer, blessing us all and how God is going to bless us and Team Effort Network to be a blessing to others, and thanking them for good health and everything that Team Effort is offering. It was an electrifying moment, a day not to be forgotten, and just a vision of where we're going 2015 and 10. Wonderful, wonderful event. Let me stop right here and see if my business partners are with me this morning. Pastor Joe Wafer, are you there, sir?
I am here. My gosh, boy, it sounds like you guys had such an amazing event last night. Oh, man, I'm sorry I missed it. Woo! I was on travel. I was like, man, I didn't want to miss Denise. I thought we were going to connect a little earlier, but she had to change her plans to get in a little later. But I knew it was going to be an amazing time, and definitely wanted to be there and to have Susan come down all the way from, New Jersey. Man, I talked to her last week, and she's like, I'm coming. I want to find out what you guys are doing so I can bring it back here and blow up New Jersey. So it's great to see that they made that drive as well. And that just goes to tell you guys, you never know what one person will do to the energy in your business. This one person in New Jersey that Vicky, communicated with, signed up, brought a part of her team. Nobody else there in New Jersey is really doing anything. And here she has the opportunity to open up a whole new market, a whole new state. And let me tell you, getting the training and getting the information that she's gotten on Tuesday night, meeting with, Denise Moore. Just think about it. Denise Moore was the only person we had in Dayton, Ohio, and bam, blew up Dayton and Cincinnati and taking Ohio all together. Wow, imagine if Susan does the same thing there on the East Coast there with New Jersey. It's just going to be an amazing, amazing time. One person can create such energy in your business. That's why you have to share with everyone. I'm telling you. So, sounds like you had a great night, Pastor D.
It was incredible, Pastor Bill. You would have loved it. You would miss part that you can be there, but I'm telling you, you would have loved every bit of it. I have no doubt that Sue is going to blow up New Jersey. She's going to do exactly what Denise did in Dayton, Ohio. She's an incredible speaker. My goodness, boy, she is incredible. And what gets me? She didn't, it's not like we found her. She actually found 10. She found Team Effort Network through social media. So I'm like, how did you find? She says, well, I was going through social media, and I saw something that Vicky Soto posted. I'm like, what? So I'm telling you, family, you better put yourself out there. You better put your information out there because Susan is going to blow up New Jersey. I have no doubt. Her and Karen, are you kidding? They've already reached out to the network. And she connected with some of the reps that were here who have relatives in New Jersey. So they're already setting up events in New Jersey. So if you have folks in New Jersey, let us know. We would definitely get you connected with Sue and Karen so they can be a part of when they get ready to launch in New Jersey because it's going to be big and you're going to want them to be in the house for that presentation there. Well, look, Denise is here usually here with us on Fridays, but she's here, as you know, visiting, doing some things with her family. And I do believe she has her upline taking her place today on the call today. So I pray she's here because I didn't get a chance to touch no base with her. But Executive
I'm here.
Okay, good. Vicky Soto, how are you?
Well, first of all, I want to apologize for the connection. I'm in Atlanta. I'm not in my normal home, so I don't even know if you guys can hear me well. But let me just say, if you could see my face, if you could see the big smile on my face right now, because, we already knew Denise was a powerhouse. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I've known that for years. And then you met Sue. And I'm going to tell you, from the moment I first met Sue, all I knew is, wow, this lady is amazing.
Yeah.
So, I think, first of all, I really hated, I'm like you, Pastor Bill, I really hated that I couldn't be there. I wanted to be there, but, I'm in Atlanta because things are happening here. I've got a party Saturday with part of Denise's team from Cincinnati. And then Sunday, I have a party with a new business partner that I have in Atlanta. So, it's really hopping right now, you guys. And I'm really excited. And, it's so funny that we're talking about what you said, Pastor Denise, about how Sue found me, okay? Because that's one of the things we wanted to talk about today. I always tell people that one of the things I have studied intensely lately is the law of attraction. And a part of that is attraction marketing. And I tell everybody, you really need to look into attraction marketing because it's based on the idea of people coming to you instead of you going to them. And, hey, it's much easier. When someone comes to you, it's much easier. It's a much more pleasant experience. The law of attraction always talks about like attracting like. So I'm always excited when other leaders come to me because that means I'm doing the right thing. And I never know until I see them. And I think to myself, I wish that I could duplicate this over and over and over in the team. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to bring a lady on that you have met at an event before, but you haven't really gotten to know her. Something about her you don't know. She's an author of a book about attraction, about the law of attraction. And I absolutely love her. She's the sweetest person. And what's cool about her is she is from South Central Kentucky. And that's amazing. I was born in South Central Kentucky, Glassville, Kentucky. So having this lady, her father and my father are very close friends. And we just recently met after all of these years, and she came into Penn. She loves Penn. Her mother has these awesome testimonies. She's a cancer survivor about Penn. And she has two, well, I'm not going to get into it. I'm filling all of her story. Sorry, Annetta. I want to introduce you guys. I want to introduce you guys to one of my favorite team builders on the team, Annetta Hunter. Annetta, are you there?
I am here. How is everyone? Yes, I'm excited to be here, Vicki. Talking about the law of attraction is one of my favorite things, and I have attracted, I feel, this business into my life, and I'll explain why in a minute. But I do want to thank you and thank Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale and everyone involved in TED for enlightening me and my family and for the wonderful blessing it's been to us. And we thank so much the leaders of this company, and we are just excited to be a part of it.
Well, first of all, I would like for you to tell them a little bit about your background, if that's okay.
Absolutely. Well, I'll give my age because I don't look my age, which is also very good, I think.
Yeah.
50 years old, but I have, I feel like a wealth of just experience. Basically, my background, I've always wanted to be an architect, and that was my dream, and it came true, and I am very happy about that. But I'm also an entrepreneur, so I have so many interests and so many varied things that I want to do. I just don't have enough years to fulfill it yet. So I think that is one thing I have to work on, is to focus. But my background is in architecture. I'm from Glasgow, Kentucky. I have identical twin boys that are 8 years old, Christian and Taylor. And I take care of my mom. She lives with us. She's like my roomie. She and I are like roomies. We're best friends. We always have been. And single mother by choice. I felt like, a woman who can choose what she wants to do. And I had my career, had my traveling around the world and having the dream career and everything else. And that last frontier was motherhood. And I used the law of attraction to make it happen. So I look at things like my project. I'm a project manager in architecture. I think everyone is like a project manager in their life. So you just have to manage those projects and neatly put them in little boxes or something and tie them up with a string and say, that one's done and on to the next one. But at any rate, I hope that gives you a little background.
Well, I want you to tell them, because, when I first met you, I remember we clicked immediately because, and that's no surprise, since our fathers are close friends and grew up together. That's really not a big surprise that we clicked. But what really surprised me is you were one of the few people who was also talking about law of attraction. And I was just amazed and just mesmerized by the things you were telling me. So could you talk just a moment about your book, so they can hear it?
A little bit about that. Absolutely. The book is called Unveiling the Secret, the Practical Steps to Succeed with the Law of Attraction. And it can be found on Amazon.com. If you type in my name, Annetta Hunter, Annetta Hunter, Hunter, you can find me, you can find the book. And it's a downloadable. So it could either be bought just a regular book or downloaded digital. It really came to pass that I wrote the book because it was something I discovered in researching the law of attraction. And I discovered that there were steps that I was missing the first time around that I looked at it. Oprah gave a great show about the law of attraction. Rhonda Byrne, who wrote The Secret, and she produced the movie The Secret, and I was mesmerized by that. I really wanted to know more, however, because I did not seem to have success the first time I tried to do it. Things fell apart, and I wondered, well, what did I do wrong? And I'm sure a lot of other people felt the same way. There's very specific steps that you need to learn about how to work the law of attraction. However, the law of attraction is always working in your life. You constantly think things. And things that come out of your mouth can happen. So you have to also be careful what you say or what you look for or want in your life, because it can come to pass. I'm sure everyone has a situation that they can think back on and say, hey, yeah, I did attract that into my life, whether it was good or whether it was bad. So we have to mindfully think about what we say, what we think about, and just attract the right things for you. But the book really gives you steps, and I don't know if I want to give away all my steps today, then you won't get the book. But at any rate, there are very specific things. And one of the key points about the law of attraction is your feeling. You have to feel it in your heart. And if you have a genuine feeling for it, then, the likelihood of it happening is more possible. I know that basically if you are very intent on something, when I was a kid, we would see a house that we really, really liked. And if we were looking to move at some point, we picked out a house that we liked, and we would constantly drive by it and look and say, that's our house, that's our house. And all of a sudden, we ended up in that house. And it happened more than once. So, we used it without even knowing what it was. And I'm sure a lot of people do. If you're intentional about it, then it's a powerful tool. And you use it with this business. Yeah. We do that. One of the things that Annetta and I do is we tell people, if you want a car, if you want a house, if you want, love in your life, if you have to be, like you said, intentional. So that, and a lot of people, Pastor Gail talked about the rush to 3,000 points. We're all trying to be intentional about that particular goal, because all of us know that 3,000 points is that's amazing in this business. But another thing I want you to talk about is, when I just mentioned about attraction marketing and inbound marketing, tell me your marketing background, because a lot of people probably don't know that not only you're an expert in the field of law of attraction, but there's something else about you that I absolutely love. The marketing. The marketing part. Well, I'm an artist, basically, God-given talent as an artist first. And I think I have the eye for detail and the eye for a pleasing layout. So I do a lot of marketing materials, and I started doing marketing materials for the 10 business when I joined, and made a business card, posters, postcards, you name it, anything and everything that I could to help promote the business in flyers. And I absolutely enjoy that. I think L.A. Anderson and I had that little thing in common. So it was kind of like, hey, you're doing it too. That's awesome. But I love to do that kind of thing. And you have to create something that's eye-catching, colorful, and goes right to the point of the message you're trying to convey. And I don't know, is that what you're looking for, Vicki? Was that what you're thinking?
Yes, because, we talked about how food found me, and you've inspired me, and I don't know if I've ever said this, well, I guess you're hearing it now, right? But you have inspired me with materials that you make. They're so awesome. Everybody who sees them always say, oh my gosh, I need this. But you have inspired me to be more visual. I've learned to think in terms of what people want to see. I used to do like everybody else. I would post. I wouldn't even think about what I was posting very well. I would post and just kind of write a sentence. But then it occurred to me, if I was on the other end of this, what would attract me? And I know you think that way. So that's what I was getting to. So.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for that, Vicki. That makes me feel good that I am contributing in some way, inspiring someone. So that's a wonderful thing to do. But definitely a visual has a lot of impact, and it attracts people for sure, because they say, oh, wow, look at that. And I always do something a little unusual, a little off the beaten path, I guess. So, that does attract, and it doesn't look like everybody else's stuff. So whether it's color, whether it's a font, I kind of labor over those issues and those details to make it really stand out, hopefully. So, yeah, I'm excited by that. So.
Well, Denise, I know you want to ask her something. I know we're getting close to time, so I'm gonna let. We never let Pastor Dale bless his heart, but
With Pastor Dale, it's like jump rope. He's got to jump in there. You know how you stand aside. You got the two people turn the rope, and you're rocking back. And when do I jump in? When do I jump in? We have to let him jump in. But I do, Annetta. I do want to. I don't know whether to ask her, see if I can get you to, or ask you to articulate to our listeners, because we say a lot on the phone, and I can tell when some people get it, and you can tell by the looks of people's face when they don't. Like when you say about the TTP, you say they still don't get it. Last night during the presentation, we got to the PowerPoint where we were talking about the Power 2, and then we were showing the monthly residual, like every 6 and 3 split, there's a $25 payout for the 6 and 3 split. And we talked about the amount of cycles you get. If you get 100 cycles, that's $25,000 a month. 1,000 cycles, that's $2,000 a month for 100, and $25,000 a month for 1,000, and on and on. And so, as the audience was looking at this chart, I said, well, look at this chart. Where do you want to be? What do you want to make monthly? Do you want to make $2,500? Do you want to make $25,000? Do you want to make $50,000? Do you want to make $300,000? Look at this chart, and you decide what is it that you want to make. And so they looked at it and said, now say it. Say what you want to make. But you can tell that some of them they don't say it. And what is it that keep people? Because you do have to put it out there. It has to come out of your mouth. It's the same with writing goals. Vicki and I were talking earlier this week, the importance of writing it down. That has something to do with it coming back to you. If you don't write it down, if it doesn't come out of your mouth, it doesn't necessarily have to come back to you. So I just wanted you to, maybe help someone who keeps hearing this over, but still struggling with why they don't do it.
Exactly. Well, and it's a great topic, because I sometimes, even though I know all of this stuff, I don't always write it down, and that's that thing. But it's like, but it's in my head. But you have to see it. It's a visual. It lives with you every day if you see it. If you've written it down and you read it every day, it has more impact. It stays at the forefront of your brain, so that you don't forget, because it's so easy with all of the things going on in one's life every day. There's so many things to distract you, so you do have to focus. But one tool that I have used, and I feel also drawed me, or the law of attraction drew the 10 business to me, because I have a vision board. And that's a tool that I have been wanting to implement, and I'm going to start teaching some workshops on the law of attraction. I feel that that's something I am working towards right now. But a vision board is a very important tool, and could be implemented also in your TTPs, and have people really put down or draw pictures or paste pictures on a board to show what it is they really want out of life. And if this business was going to be that vehicle, put up how much you want to make, cut out $50,000 a month, whatever the issue, whatever the amount of money you want to put on there. But it has to resonate with the person. So they have to really dig deep. It has to really go to their heart, and they have to feel it and believe it. And that's the biggest hurdle that we have in teaching the law of attraction. A lot of people have been, from the old way of thinking, oh, money's bad, money's this, or thinking, well, I couldn't possibly get that. You have to believe you are, and say, I have it now. You have it now. You can do it, because it is possible. So, that it's hard. It's really hard for someone to kind of get over that hurdle in their minds. But if they can practice it daily and see it daily, then that's good.
I think if you have that logical mindset, it's kind of hard to get it. But like you said, Annetta, saying that you have it, like writing down the vision board and believing that you have it right now. Believing that you have it, because that is what makes it manifest. And it works. We don't know how it works. Some people call it law of attraction. Some people call it the power of prayer, the power of confession. But we know that it does work, but you have to put it out there. If you don't speak it, believe it, it doesn't have any right to come back to you. So,
and that feeling of seeing it, you asked me, Pastor Denise, last call, we talked, and you were saying, why do you write down your goals? Well, your brain, and I didn't get this for the longest time. I'm like most people. I didn't write down my goals for years, okay? Because I kept thinking, why? It's in my head. Well, I think it was Jack Canfield who said that if you want to do something, you have to write it down, or your brain has to see it. Okay? So if you write it down, then you look at it. You know, the expression, seeing it is believing it. Well, literally, seeing it is believing it. So you have to write it down so that you can see it, and then it's in your head. That's why that vision board is so important. You have to see it every day. So anyway, but Annetta, is there anything else you want to tell us about the law of attraction?
Well, I would say definitely it's something that people have to realize it is a law, just like gravity, the law of gravity. It's happening around you every single day. So just be mindful of what you're thinking about, mindful of what you're saying, because you speak things into your life, and we don't want to speak bad things in, so speak good things always.
That's it. Well, let's see if we can get Pastor Della to jump in at this point. Okay, we're turning the road, Pastor Della. Jump in. Pastor Della, are you there?
He wasn't expecting it.
No. He didn't get in. But anyway, Annetta, thank you so very much for sharing that. And, I pray that, that we understand that, to have your vision, your goal. This is the beauty behind network marketing, or working for yourself. If you have a 9 to 5, people are telling you what to do. They don't even let you think. They don't even want you to think. If you work on a 9 to 5 and you come up with a good idea, they're going to fire you because they're afraid you're going to be promoted. So they don't want you to think. But when you start working for yourself, when you start working to birth your dream and your vision and your idea to reality, this is when you need to implement everything that Annette is sharing. Writing your goals, having your vision board, making those positive confessions, and believing that you have it, believing without doubting that you have it. And Mel Joe talks about that. Mel Joe, remember Vicki said, I don't know how it happens. It just happens.
Yes.
Right, Pastor Vicki? Yes, we don't know. Like you said, it's a law. Law creates, principles. It's a law, and then you can't change the law. You can change facts, but you can't change the law. And so it's something that's already set into motion. It's already there. You just have to operate according to it, and you'll have the result of it. Once
you start seeing the law of attraction out there, I mean, it's kind of funny. Once you've heard about it, I was lucky. A guy gave me, I don't know why, sometimes people come into your life for no apparent reason and then are gone in an instant. I met a guy who was a sales guy, and he came to my house for a party once, and he gave me a DVD of The Secret. This was another business years ago. And he gave me, when The Secret first came out, he gave me the DVD. Never saw the guy again, but you know what? It was one of the biggest blessings of my life. I watched that DVD at least, 4 or 5 times, and then I made all my family watch it. They were probably like, "What's wrong with this woman anyway?" But that's not unusual. But I realized then that after I saw the law of attraction, I started seeing it in my life. I started seeing it on the internet. I started wanting to know more and more about it. So now that we've told the people on the phone, let me just say, go out, Google the law of attraction, start finding out, how you can start attracting things in your life. Realize that this law has been around many, many, many centuries. I mean, they were studying it back in Plato's time and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not something new. It's something that's been around forever. So you need to just kind of, find out what you can.
Wow. And then have you ever heard that saying that says, I have found the enemy and he is I?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I haven't heard that.
I mean, it's like you sabotage your own dream because you blame other people for, I can't get done because they're doing this or because they're doing that. And then when you really discover that the power is really within you, it's within your hands, within your mouth, then you discover that you're your own enemy. You're the one that's keeping your dream from coming to pass.
That's because if you don't take responsibility for your own results, you can't improve them. That's how that goes.
Right. Well, this is one of those calls we can go on and on and on until Monday. So, now we're going to have to let people get from this mountaintop and go down the valley and get some work done. But before we do, let's go out to the UK with Annetta Poole, Dr. Annetta Poole with our quote for the weekend. Dr. Poole, are you there?
I am here. I am here. My goodness, Vicky, Sue, and everybody who's been on the call. Wow, great call. And yeah, definitely law of attraction, so incredibly important, and really important to have that, vision board and set the goals just exactly, as you've been saying on the call. Because we've got something so big in our hands. I read this thing recently that I thought, oh my goodness, this completely relates as well to, there's so many trends that are happening that relate so much to our sprays and drinks. We know that we've got a huge sugar problem. We know we've got a huge nutrition problem. We've got a huge obesity problem around the world, with the forecast to be almost a half to 2/3 possibly obese by 2030. Well, now they're working on genetically modified yeast that can turn sugar to morphine and heroin-related drugs. Now, obviously, they're working on that for therapeutic uses. But the problem is that when you work on things like that for therapeutic uses, unfortunately, it gets into the wrong hands and then it's used for not good uses. So can you imagine, we may even be looking at a future where not only we have a sugar and obesity and a problem and poor nutrition problem from people just having things marketed to them that they just do not realize, my goodness, this has got huge calories, the sugar is not good for our health, it's hidden in a whole load of foods, it's not great for our blood pressure, for our blood sugars, for inflammatory disorders, all sorts of things. But now people may, even in the future, be using yeast to change sugar to heroin and morphine-related drugs. Now that is going to be a terrible, terrible thing. So, it's really important that we educate people about what is good nutrition, what is good health, and that they use good natural nutritional supplementation like we have in our TEN oral sprays, and to have that big vision of where this can take them and, the big income opportunity here. So Charles Swindoll said, when you have vision, it affects your attitude. And when your attitude is optimistic, it attracts optimism, which is exactly what Vicky and her colleagues have been talking about. What you are is what you attract. George Lucas said dreams are extremely important. You can't do it unless you can imagine it. So, imagine it, write it down, put it in pictures, put it on your dream board, on your vision, and go for it. Charles Garfield said, peak performers want more than merely to win the next game. They see all the way to the championship. They have a long-range goal that inspires commitment and action. And that's exactly what Vicky is doing. I mean, she really inspires commitment and action, and her team go for it with huge commitment and action. And they're having great success. Bill Copeland said, the trouble with not having a goal is that you can spend your life running up and down the field and never scoring. But if you have that goal, you'll score. And that's exactly what Vicky often tells us about, have your goal, have your dream, have your vision board, and then score to win, basically. So, Henry David Thoreau said, in the long run, people hit only when they aim at it. It's like a dartboard. You've got to really aim, and then you hit the bullseye. And if you don't hit the bullseye, you'll hit, just a little bit outside the bullseye. Well, that's absolutely fine. The dart will still go on the board, not off the board, but you got to aim, and that's what Vicky's been training us on. We've got to have our goals, and we've got to aim and go for them. So thanks very much, Vicky, and everyone on your team. It's absolutely great hearing you all. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Dr. Poole. Thank you so much from the UK with our quotes and comments for today. Well, Vicky, back to you, lady. Any last words you want to say before we release everyone into the weekend?
There is one thing I'd like to say. First of all, thank you, Annetta. You're so awesome. I love Annetta.
Thank you.
The second thing I want to say is we've been talking about, attracting, like it attracts like. So this is why people are always talking about self-development. If you want to attract leaders, you have to get to that leadership level by self-development, because leaders do self-development. They keep going. They keep educating. They keep, trying to improve their skills and their craft. And in order for you to attract those people in your life, you should be doing the same. That's what self-development is so important. That's why it is. So I just wanted to put that in there.
Wow. Well, family, I know that you have heard a lot of things this week. And Annetta, thank you so very much for bringing what you shared on the call today. It's so necessary for people to understand, for them to really reach their goals and to do what they want to achieve in life, that it does start with them. And it does start with the power of your confession and putting out there what it is you want to come back to you. And thank you for sharing your book. I understand that you said you have a book called Unveiling the Secret. So Annetta Hunter is her name if you want to check out her book. And it's on Amazon.com, Annetta?
That's correct. Yes, it is.
Annetta Hunter, Annetta, Hunter, Hunter. And it's on Amazon.com, Unveiling the Secret. And it's great to know that we have access to her. So if you get her book and you read it and you want her to really kind of expound on it, of course you can reach out to Vicki, and I'm pretty sure Vicki would not mind connecting you with her. We have another one of our reps, Vicki, who just released a book, Ron Bell, and it's called The Authorities. So we're going to have Annetta and Ron on one day. Maybe we have to start a book club. A book. What is it? A book club. Start a book club and have. Because reading books enlightening books is very, very important as part of your self-development as well. And we keep saying that on the call, get a book. But maybe we have to start a club to make sure people are really reading, because that's part of your empowerment also. So that's something we look forward to. Well, it's been a great, great, great week. Boy, so empowering in every which way of the word. I'm still so excited from the TTP last night. Susan, if you're listening, thank you, and Karen, for driving all the way from New Jersey to be a part of that. You brought so much to us. You were coming for us to give to you, but you really brought so much to us, and we appreciate that. And Denise Moore, I know you're busy running around doing things with your family, but boy, Vicki, she was such a blessing in the place last night. And she came in bringing her light, as she do, her enthusiasm.
Always.
And she shared the product. And then she was surprised by her sister. Her sister drove 3 hours to surprise her. I'm like, my goodness,
wow.
This is incredible. So as we all know, Vicki is in Atlanta, Georgia this weekend. Are you with Kevin Vaughn? Is that correct?
No, actually, I'm glad you said that, because if Kevin is listening, I need to talk to him, but I do need to call him and talk to him. But no, I think he's coming to the party on Sunday night because, the power of this family. Kevin and I are not even on the same, leg or team or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But Kevin has been helping my new business partner in Atlanta. I mean, yeah. I can't say how much I appreciate all of his help, because, Kevin is so awesome. But I just want to say thank you, in front of everybody. Thank you, Kevin, for being the powerful brother, big brother, that I have in this family. So, yeah, we will be here Saturday and Sunday. And it's going to be cool because, I'm here. Also, my daughter's here, my grandson, so I'm visiting at the same time. I'm staying with my daughter right now. So it's been great.
Wow. Well, family, don't forget to join the Spanish call today. If you have Spanish-speaking guests, that call starts at 9:10 a.m. This morning, immediately following our call, and that would be 12:10 in the noon Eastern Standard Time. So the Spanish call is Monday through Friday. So if you have your Spanish-speaking guests, get them on the call. And also the weekend, if you're looking, if you have a prospect and you can't wait till Monday, don't forget Don Joseph. He does a call every Sunday evening at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, West Coast time. So if you can get your guests on the call, Don Joseph and Lloyd Gibson and Renetta Hall will be there to make sure that they're enlightened with what's happening in Team Up the Network. And family, look, listen very closely. Please continue to visit the Team Effort Network Facebook page. There's a phenomenal video that Robert put out yesterday. I think it was just a video. Did you see it? Such a great video. And what he's advertising the testimonies that are getting ready to come forth. And I looked at it, and it really got me excited. It's like, whoa, I can't wait. He's highlighting just for a second, the faces of those who are going to be bringing their testimonies. And it's exciting when you listen to the video. It really gets you pumped up. So go to the corporate Facebook page, Team Effort Network. And don't forget, when you go there, don't just like it, family. Don't just like it, but share it. Share it, because as many of us share the Team Effort Network, that's how we're getting the name out and the word out about what we're doing. See, we're all taking, Mel and Amy are taking massive action. This is a small way for us to take massive action on this. Facebook is a large social media site network. I'm excited now. Go there. When you go there, don't just like it, but share the video. Share it. Share it with someone you've been trying to get to talk about the business. Share it on your page. Just click share, and it will go to many people. And then put a comment. Don't just like it. Don't just share it, but also make a comment. Even if you just say awesome, great, amazing, whatever. This is how we get the name out. Come on, family. We can do that. We can do it all together. It's much more powerful. So look at everything Team Effort Network is doing for you. You do this little bit for Team Effort Network, but it's going to help you. It's only helping you in the long run. So go to Team Effort Network Facebook page. That's what it's called, Team Effort Network. Look at the videos that are coming from corporate. Click like, then click share, and then write your comment first, and then share it. So like, comment, share. Okay. Like, comment, share. Okay. Like, comment, share. Okay. Like. Okay. Let me calm down.
Expand the brand. I love it.
Thank you, Vic. I couldn't think of the words to put together. Thank you for that. See how we need each other. We need each other.
We work well together. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh goodness. Well, family, go do that now. As a matter of fact, get off the phone. Go do it right now. Pull a social media Facebook page, like, click, and share. Okay. Family, thank you. It's been a great week. Wow. Now get off this phone and get up there and go tell someone about the great things that you've heard. And go to Facebook cover page, like, click, and share right now. Be back Monday morning to share more great things about what's happening here in Team Effort Network. Annetta, Hunter, thank you so much. God bless you all and have a prosperous weekend on purpose.